Here it is the bottom half of the third inning. The Steamers, they trail it 2-1. Here as we begin the bottom half of the frame. Pilots bringing Keaton Rivers to the plate to begin this half of the inning. It'll be Rivers, then Schneider, then McNamara. Heart of the order. Pitch is a off-speed pitch from Cody Mall that bounces in the dirt to Jason Agresti. It's 1-0 on Keaton Rivers. Rivers, so far tonight, has reached on an error by Anthony Maselli. Came around to score on an unearned run, but this time rips it down the right field line on the ground, and he's going to have, left field line, and he's going to have extra bases. Rivers strolling into second, and he stands up with a double. So Keaton Rivers rips one down the left field line. Anthony Maselli had no shot to get it. And it's a stand-up double for Keaton Rivers. That brings Matthew Schneider to the plate. So Schneider, who reached on a single and ended up moving Rivers around to third. And then when Drake McNamara hit a soft line drive that was caught out at second, they tried to double off Schneider, were unable to. And Rivers came in to score when Joey Mundy had the ball bounce off his chest and away from it. Pitch on the way from Cody Mall. Misses outside with a fastball. It's 1-0. No action in the Steamer bullpen, but an action from the left-hander out in the Peninsula bullpen. Can't see the number from here, but it is a left-hander that is throwing for Peninsula. 1-0 count on the right-handed hitting Matthew Schneider. Here's the pitch. It's swung on and fouled off. It'll be 1-1 on Matthew Schneider.
If that foul ball landed in your front seat, call Daly's Auto Glass.
1-1 the count on Matthew Schneider. Look to second for Maul at Keaton Rivers, and he'll step off. After Rivers had a sizable lead, so Maul going to step off and let Dom Cuevas give a couple of looks at it. Maul set on the rubber. And now fires the pitch. Rivers takes off. It swung on, hit on the ground to third. Maselli steps on the bag, but he wasn't a force play and just throws to first in time. And so Maselli gets the out, but instead of having Rivers in a rundown, he just gets the 5-3 putout. So an interesting play there from Anthony Maselli, but a smart one. Drake McNamara at the plate with one down, a runner at third. Keaton Rivers again standing on third base. Swung on this one, hit on the ground is short. Up with it is Kopak. The throw on to first is in time, but the run comes home. Keaton Rivers comes in to score, and it's now a 3-1 ball game on the RBI ground out from Drake McNamara. That brings Drew Del Signor to the dish after Drake McNamara for the Peninsula Pilots picked up his 12th RBI of the season. That's a best for second on the team. Pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-1 to Del Signor at the plate. Drew Del Signor, guy that came in and pinch hit in the contest at historic Hicks Field the last time these two teams met. Pitch misses inside. Jamie Gallazin led off the ninth inning, giving up 2 home runs to Peninsula to let them claw back into the ballgame. 2-1 the count on Drew Del Signor. And then after that, got another RBI single to cut into the deficit. Swung on and missed by Del Signor. It's even at 2-2. But Carmen Gianpatruzzi came in to close it down and hold things off for the Steamers. Maul fires, misses high with the fastball. Full count on Del Signor. Cody Maul, a guy that doesn't like to have a lot of time in between pitches. This time will walk all the way back off the rubber and now back on. The payoff pitch misses in the dirt, and Del Signor is aboard with a walk. So Drew Del Signor will reach on a walk. And it'll bring Connor Davis to the plate out of Auburn. Auburn with a very solid campaign this year in the SEC. One of the better years for the Tigers this season. during their campaign. 2 down in the inning. Here's the pitch on the way. Misses outside for a ball. And now you look back at Maselli not being able to get Rivers in the rundown as a possible run that could come back to bite the Steamers. But good execution by Peninsula, being able to find a way to get Rivers home. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed that time. So Keaton Rivers has come around for 2 of the 3 runs for the Pilots. He's the only guy to come around not on a home run. 1-1 the count with Del Signor standing on first. Pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled off. We'll do it again. It's 1-2. Here at War Memorial Stadium, 3-1 Pilots here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. 4 hits for Peninsula, 3 for the Steamers. The difference in category is the errors, where the Steamers have 2 in that regard. Peninsula with 1. 1-2 pitch. Swung on by Davis, and he hits this one out to left center. It's back near the wall. It's gone. Connor Davis, in his first game in a Pilots uniform, sends it over the left center field wall. And the Steamers now trail it 5-1. It's a 2-run blast by Connor Davis. And the Pilots continue to pour it on here in Peninsula. So Cody Mall on the mound. And that was an absolutely towering shot from Connor Davis, who put it over the wall. 2 outs in the inning. Pitch on the way to Griggs, and he bunts this one down the third base side. Maselli picks it up with his bare hand, fires to first, and it gets away from Joey Mundy. Griggs is rounding first, and he'll get into second easily. So it's going to be a single and then a throwing error by Anthony Maselli. Griggs was going to beat that one out regardless. And then the E5 will allow Sam Griggs to stand on second base. 3rd error of the contest for Edenton, after Anthony Maselli picks up his 2nd error of the ball game. That brings Zach Ching to the plate out of VCU. So Maul on the rubber with 2 down in the frame. And if this run would come across for Maul, pitch on the way. Misses, well, it's in there for a strike. That time by Maselli, it was a tough play to begin with. Might have just wanted to eat that baseball, but now Maul's going to have to work out of some trouble with a runner at second and 2 down in the inning. Maul fires the pitch. It's a breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 0-2 on Zach Ching. No action yet in the Steamer bullpen, but action stirring for Peninsula. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed by Zach Ching. Down he goes, and the inning is over. So the Steamers give up a couple of runs. It's a 3 spot here in the 3rd inning. We head to the top half of the 4th. Steamers 1, Peninsula 5. You're listening to Steamers Baseball right here on the Edenton Steamer Baseball Network. Back here on the Otterbein Sports Radio Network with the Cardinals trailing by 1 with a score of 61-60. And the Otterbein Cardinals looking to pick up their 2nd victory in the OAC. Otterbein sitting at 1-10 in the conference. They have the worst record in the OAC right now. Muskingum at 2-9 in the conference. And Otterbein has had a battle with the Muskies. Malik Billingsley gets it at center circle to Jalen Page. Page guarded by Trey Miller. Goes on the near side wing to Marsh. Marsh top of the arc to Matthews, over far side wing Billingsley. Billingsley to Page, who lost the basketball. It's a turnover. Matt Hughes will pull it back out and get it to Jake Phillis, as the Otterbein Cardinals will look to get a good shot here, trailing by 1. Off a screen is Jake Phillis. Gets to McEwen, top of the arc. Back to Phillis on the near side wing. Inside it's Hughes, right block. He's doubled.
They get it, swinging around. Carapaz, three from the far side corner. Got it to go. Ryan Carapaz with a big-time three puts the Cardinals up by 2 as Jalen Page brings it across the floor for Muskingum. Otterbein up 63-61. Matthews, top of the arc, guarded by McEwen. Hands it off Page, near side wing. Page gets it top of the arc, three from Geller on the way. Banked off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Marsh, stripped away by Hughes. Phillips in transition. Here comes Jake Phillips. Pass inside, Hughes right block. Hughes puts it up, no good. Tipped out, and Jalen Page comes away with it. Gets it up to Marsh. Here comes Muskingum in transition. Page with the pull-up jumper is good. We're all tied up at 63 after Jarrell Page knocks it down. But Hughes with the missed free throw on the other end. We'll see if it comes back to bite the Cardinals. 5:07 and counting. Phillips off a screen from Hughes. Trying to get it to him and does. Wide open layup for Matt Hughes on the left side. Great pocket pass by Jake Phillips. And the Otterbein Cardinals now lead again by 2, 65-63. Far side wing, it's Billingsley. Billingsley holding the basketball there. Gets it to Marsh. Marsh hands it off to Geller. Now the handoff to Matthews. Jumper no good. No, it rattles home. A good jumper there for Matthews as he knocks down the jumper. And the Otterbein Cardinals now knotted up again with the Muskies at 65. Phyllis gonna go with a little high pick and roll action. They kick it out. Carapaz, he thought about a shot. Now he'll pull the jumper from the elbow and got it to go. Ryan Carapaz has now got 5 points, and the Otterbein Cardinals have a 2-point lead. Marsh, near side wing, inside, it's Geller. Geller guarded by Hughes. Going with the hook on the right side, and a foul going against Matt Hughes. Hughes doesn't like the call. And it will send Geller to the free throw line for the Muskies. It's the team's 6th foul, so one more foul will put the Muskies in the bonus the rest of the way with 4:09 to go. Geller from the free throw line this season, just 79%. And for Geller, as he knocks down the first free throw, now 4 of 5 from the free throw line. 4 minutes to go. Brian McKenzie in. Trey Miller is going to check out. (67-66). Geller from the line. Got it as he knocks it down. And we're all tied up yet again. Looks like we're going to have an exciting finish here at the Reich Center. Hope you stay tuned for all of our action here from the Reich, as the Cardinals looking to find a way to pull this one out. And down in Muskingum, the Otterbein women's basketball team has taken a 2-point lead as it's a turnover for Ryan Carapaz. He threw it inside to Matt Hughes and turned it over on the far side wing. So Muskingum will now have a chance to take the lead. But down in Muskingum, Otterbein up 50-48 on top of the Muskies. Amarai Huck with 12 points, now just 10 points away from getting to 1,000. And Heisey inside on the left side, it's good, as Jarrell Marsh found him inside. And Marsh, who has 20 points, finds Heisey, and Muskingum retakes the lead at 2. Phyllis, near side wing with the ball, off a screen from McEwen. Kicks it to Brian McKenzie at the left point. McKenzie pulls it back out, gets to McEwen. They go inside to Matt Hughes. Hughes thought about the jumper, now puts it on the deck, going up against Heisey. Spinning in the lane, going up, and no good. Wanted a foul, nothing called. Pushed up the floor quickly by Jalen Page. Page kicks it cross court to Ricky Wilson. Wilson back to Marsh on the near side wing. Marsh down the lane, fouled, and one. And one for Jarrell Marsh, 22 points for him. And it's now a 71-67 ball game. And a huge bucket that is going to come from Jarrell Marsh, the 6'3" freshman out of Cincinnati. And that's a backbreaker if you're the Otterbein Cardinals. Still 3:13 to go. But Jarrell Marsh with a huge bucket and now a huge free throw to make it a 5-point game. 72-67 with the Muskies in front. Jake Phillips looking to come off the screen from Hughes. Looking to penetrate now, goes up right side of the lane, and what a finish by the left-handed Jake Phillips as he puts it in with his right hand on the scoop. And Otterbein back within 3. Page hands it off. Phillips only with 9 points on the ball game for the Cardinals. Marsh, top of the arc, guarded by McKenzie. Looking to hand it off and does to Wilson. Wilson on the far side wing, picks up his dribble, trying to find somewhere to go, gets it in the high post. Heisey goes inside to Jalen Page. Page kicks it out. Jarrell Marsh, 3. It's no good off the back rim. Rebound pulled down by Keys. He pulls it back out. We'll get it out to Jalen Page. They'll kill some clock. 25 on the shot clock, 2:29 on the game clock as Jalen Page sets up the offense near center circle. 3-point lead for the Muskies. Here's a jumper by Keys. It's no good off the front rim. Pulled down by McEwen, and he curls up and gets it to Jake Phillips. We'll bring it up the floor for Otterbein. Trying to penetrate foul, goes against Jarrell Marsh, and that is the 9th team foul, so Jake Phillips will be at the free throw line to try and bring the Cardinals within 1 with 2 free throws. It's a timeout that's going to be taken by the Muskies, and it will be a full timeout, so we'll take one with them here on the Otterbein Sports Radio Network. 72-69, Otterbein trailing. You listen to Otterbein basketball here on the Otterbein Sports Radio Network. So Otterbein, with 1:03 left, will have the ball at the Marietta 47, 14-7. The Cardinals lead it. And how big would that be for Otterbein if they can go into the halftime break with not only a 2-score lead, but a 2-touchdown lead? But still a long way to go till that becomes a problem for Marietta. 14-7, the Cardinals lead it. Schaefer over the football. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side for the Otterbein Cardinals. The near side all alone is Hunter Joseph. Out of the shotgun is Logan Stepp. He takes the snap, play action. He's looking to throw. Deep pass down the field to Hunter Joseph, and he missed him. Just overshot Hunter Joseph. It was going to be a tough throw for Logan Stepp, but he was unable to connect with Joseph, and that makes it a 2nd down and 10. But Al, you got to like the shot that the Cardinals take right out of the timeout.
Oh, absolutely. Hunter Joseph was only overthrown there by maybe a yard or 2, and he was tightly covered by Jakar Bishop from Marietta.
2 receivers far side, 2 to the near side for Otterbein. Richmond is to the left of Logan Stepp. Stepp barking signals to his offensive line. 10 on the play clock for Logan Stepp. He takes the snap. Dropping, looking to throw, fires the pass. It's caught by Julian Lowe. Lowe trying to get towards the sideline, and he steps out of bounds. And Lowe making the catch at the Marietta 24-yard line. That's going to move the chains with 52.9 remaining in this first half.
Otterbein's doing a really good job. These nicely executed passes and controlling the tempo here as they're moving this ball, down the field with some accuracy.
2 receivers either side. Isaiah Richmond to the left of Logan Stepp. Stepp takes the snap, play action. He fires the quick pass out to Lowe on the screen. Lowe gets out of bounds right around the 21-yard line. They're going to give him the 20, so it's a pickup of 4 on the play, making this a 2nd down and 6 situation for the Otterbein Cardinals. 48-5 remains in this first half. The Cardinals lead at 14-7. Knocking on the red zone door now. Ball spot in the near side hash of the red zone. 2 receivers far side, 2 to the near side. Step out of the shotgun, takes the snap. He's looking to throw. Looking, now scrambles with it. He's going to run out across the 15, dives down right around the 12-yard line. With 41.7, the clock will stop while they move the chains. Otterbein hurrying up to the line. And Sorger still on the far side. Joseph and Lowe are on the near side of the formation. The clock will run now. Richmond to the left of Logan Stepp. Stepp out of the shotgun, takes the snap, and he's going to hand it off to Richmond. Richmond up the middle, inside the 5, down to around the 3-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 4 with 29.7, and Coach Daup says that's enough. We're taking a timeout.
Timeout.
29.7 remaining. The Cardinals still with 1 timeout. Oh, Al, for Otterbein, this is a situation where you got the 1 timeout, but now you got to be careful about how you use it if you need to use it.
I think this timeout right here was very, very intelligently used by Coach Daup after that big gain by Richmond. You don't want to, usually in this type of situation, you don't want to give the ball to your back because that allows the clock to continue to run. But with timeouts to burn, you got to implement some kind of plan here so you can punch this ball into the end zone.
Well, and with the timeout that they still have left, but with the way they've run the football when Isaiah Richmond's been in the ball game, you wouldn't be surprised if Otterbein were to go to Richmond here to try and punch it in, because realistically, for the Cardinals, if you get this ball down to the 2-yard line, you have a first down. It's 2nd and 2 for the Otterbein Cardinals because they started at the 12.
So they don't need a touchdown to stop the clock. They just need 2 yards. And we'll see if they go to Richmond here. With the package that they brought in and Noah Durst coming to the wing position, you got to think that's a definite option for the Cardinals. And the way they stack up on the far side, Julian Lowe might come in motion. Sorg and Lowe are on the far side. Now Lowe comes in motion. They're going to hand it off to Richmond over the right side. Richmond down to the 1. Touchdown Cardinals. Isaiah Richmond marches into the end zone, and Otterbein has the lead by 2 scores. It's 20-7 with 24.9 remaining on the clock for Otterbein. Otterbein needed to beat. If they were unable to beat Baldwin Wallace in the semifinal, OAC semifinal, as Otterbein came in the number 1 seed. Jillian Strimbo taking a long shot with her left foot, and it just went over the bar. What a great shot by Jillian Strimbo, and Jeff just shows you the talent that she has. That shot came from way out, but really had to challenge Tersek there.
Yeah, she cleared a little space for herself and then shot that one from a long distance and just over the top of the bar.
As Tersek will send it upfield, and how fitting would it be if Jillian Strimbo in her first match back at home came up with 2 goals for the Otterbein Cardinals. But
yeah, that'd be quite a feat.
Capital will come into the match today that they will have. They come in at 5-4 and 1-0, also in OAC play. The same record as the Cardinals. We'll see if they'll have the same record on Saturdays. This one sent in towards the box, cleared away. But Alex Ancona will come up and play it, send it back in towards the box, and Tersek right there. It's deflected in the air, and Tersek comes away with it. It was Megan McCabe that was there inside the box trying to make a play on the ball, but Tersek rose up high and was able to corral it and bring it down. This one played forward now for John Carroll, as Erica Meyer will chase it on the near side. It goes out of bounds to be a throw-in now for Otterbein.
And so far, the surprise team of the conference has been Wilmington, who's 7-3 and 1-0 in the OAC. So they've been the surprise definitely so far.
As last year, Wilmington, a team as that one cleared away, that Otterbein had to come up with some late-game heroics, as it was Abby Milko who hit it off the crossbar. Jillian Strimbo came in and finished off the goal to tie the match up, and then in extra time for the second time in the season, Jillian Strimbo put it in the back of the net on a PK, and that is how the Otterbein Cardinals came away with the victory in that match. But the Cardinals still have yet to lose a regular season game in the last 2 seasons, including this one, as this is headed in by Birchfield. What a great cross by Megan McCabe for Madison Birchfield, and Birchfield adds a goal here in this game. She already had an assist and adds her team-leading 5th goal as the Otterbein Cardinals now take a 3-0 lead off the great ball in by Megan McCabe for Madison Birchfield.
Yeah, that was quite an incredible play. I'm not sure if McCabe was trying to shoot that or if she was trying to cross it, but either way, it found the head of Madison Birchfield. She put it right in the back of the net.
A great header on the far side post for Megan McCabe. She adds her 5th assist of the year, team-leading 5th assist. And for Madison Birchfield, she adds her team-leading 5th goal. So both those players have had a great offensive impact for the Cardinals. And, Jeff, Madison Birchfield has just continued where she's left off in these past few games.
Yeah, she's been the leader ever since Strimbo went down. Strimbo comes back, and Birchfield is still leading this team offensively.
McCabe now adds another point to her total. She has 9 on the year. She's 2nd on the team in that category. Madison Birchfield adds a few more points to her total, putting her in double digits. She had 9 coming into this match, adding 10th on the assist. And then now on the goal, adds a few more. As this one played upfield by John Carroll, taken away that time by the Cardinals. And Erica Meyer plays it forward to Polly Sellers. Sellers now trying to find McCabe as she has an assist already in the match. Has it inside the 18-yard box, looking to make a move. Does get around one, but it's cleared away that time by John Carroll and out of bounds. Megan McCabe had one of the 2 goals for the Cardinals up in Tiffin against Heidelberg, and now here tonight she has an assist. So Megan McCabe's had 2 successful games for Otterbein in the past 2 matches, in the first 2 ones of the OAC. Erica Meyer will throw it in.
And, you know, those are the most important ones on the season now, are those OAC games. And so far, the team has played very well.
As we mentioned before, the Cardinals struggled at the beginning of the year, but have came on strong. And now lead John Carroll by a score of 3-0, a commanding lead. And they scored 3 goals up in University Heights last year, and now have scored 3 goals here this year in Westerville at Memorial Stadium.